in the house. I'm trying to find some like unique places here. We got France, some more from the UK, Australia. It's probably like 3 in the morning over there. All right. Thank you for joining us at such an hour. Canada, Texas, Albuquerque. I love it. Orlando, Florida. Um, this is great. We've got people from all over the world who are interested in selling on Amazon. And so welcome, guys. Welcome to this webinar. We've got Mohammed from Pakistan. Kuwait is in the house. Excellent. Usman from Pakistan. Hello, Usman. How's it going? We've got multiple people from Dublin. We got like a Amazon community, I guess, over there in Dublin. What's going on here? This is pretty cool. All right, guys. Welcome to the webinar. Slovenia in the house. We're gonna have Lonnie throw up a poll real quick here. I'm just curious as to your guys where you're at in your Amazon journey. So in a couple of seconds, you're gonna see a little poll pop up on your screen. Let me know. You know, are you not selling on Amazon? Like you're brand new to this, and you're like, I'm wondering, is Amazon really, you know, the thing for me? Or maybe you're searching for your first product, like you're already determined, you're not selling yet, but you're like, hey, I definitely am going to sell on Amazon. I am actively looking for my first product. Maybe you just found your first product. Okay. Maybe you've been selling for under a year. You've been selling for 1 to 3 years. You've been selling for 3+ years. Guess what, guys? No matter what you choose here, it looks like the majority of you are searching for your first product, which is great. But even if you, those of you, I do see a good number of people here selling for 3+ years. You're all going to find value in what we're going to go over today. So don't think that, oh, I'm too brand new, this is going to be too advanced, or hey, I'm a veteran, I'm a professional 7-figure seller, this is going to be too beginner for me. No, I'm going to be giving you guys stuff that I haven't shared before on a webinar, and that regardless of if you're looking for your first product to sell on Amazon or your next product to sell on Amazon, you are going to find value in today's workshop, which is entitled The New Amazon FBA World Order, How to Find Products to Sell on Amazon in 2021. Okay, so thank you guys for participating in that poll. I love it. We got a lot of people who are brand new or not selling at all on Amazon. So what are we going to go over today? Let's hop right into it. What are we going to learn? We're going to learn what is and isn't product opportunity on Amazon. A lot of sellers, even experienced ones, sometimes have the wrong, they have misconception about this. We're going to go over 3 different ways to find products on and off of Amazon that each have countless different ways to do it. So it's not just 3 methods. Each of these main methods also has a lot of different sub methods that we're going to go over as well. We're going to talk about how to create a test listing to validate your idea. I'm going to give you guys bonus product research methods that I've never shared before on a webinar. And then as always, we're going to have a big Q&A session at the end. So guys, I'm not going to be able to answer too many questions live because I want to like try and rush through these slides here, have a nice little flow. But if you have a question on something that you see, go ahead and write it down. I've got a couple people on the question box too. You can send in the chat and they can help you out with some of them, but try and save your questions for the very end where you can actually ask them live on the air here. All right. So first of all, you might be wondering if you're new to the Helium 10 ecosystem, you might not know who I am. My name is Bradley. I'm the Director of Training and Chief Evangelist here at Helium 10. I launched over 400 products as a consultant. I used to be a consultant for Amazon sellers. I'm the host of the most listened to podcast in the world for Amazon sellers. It's called the Serious Sellers Podcast. Has over 75,000 monthly downloads. So any of you guys right now, if you got your phone, just hit subscribe either on Spotify, you can see it, or on your Apple Podcasts or Stitcher. Search for Serious Sellers Podcast, 100% free. We have 2 episodes a week, and it's the most listened to podcast in the world for Amazon sellers. I've got personally over 20 years of e-commerce experience. Like I said, I'm the director of training here. So I do a lot of training videos for Helium 10 and for Amazon, and they have more than 2 million views. I speak at international events. I used to do it in person. Now I do it virtually. I just did one this morning for Amazon sellers. And just this year alone, I've launched 4 different 6-figure case study products on Amazon. Here are some just numbers from the different accounts that I have access to. These are some of the case study accounts that I fully manage. Now, remember, as I said, my main position here at Helium 10 as the director of training and chief evangelist. But I spend about 10 hours a week trying to run actual Amazon products and finding new products and launching them that are live on Amazon just to keep my knowledge relevant. And these accounts totally, the products that I'm controlling are grossing over $1 million per year on Amazon. So basically the point is, hey, I know what it takes in order to find products. I know what it takes to manage products on Amazon. One of those case studies is the Project X case study. I'm going to show you guys how to view that later on, but it's a 14 episode case study where I show you everything. You can look over myself and Tim Jordan's shoulder on exactly the exact process that we took a couple products from zero to hero. So another one of these case studies I did is called Project 5K. You can find that on the Helium 10 blog. You just go to helium10.com/blog and type in Project 5K, where in one situation, I launched 12 different products for a total of $5,000 and was able to scale them up. So there's another public case study that I did. So again, point is, you're talking to somebody here who knows how to find and scale successful products on Amazon. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to share the exact strategies that I use, all right, to do that. Is that cool with you? Does that sound like something that'd be interesting to you? Give me a yes in the chat if you're ready to learn my strategies that help me launch those products that I do in my spare time that is grossing over $1 million. Look at all these yeses. I love it. All right, you guys are ready to go. So real quick, let's just hop right in before we get into like the meat and potatoes here. How would you guys like to know a quick way that I actually help my kids make $1,000 profit last week on Amazon, on an Amazon product? One Amazon product, over $1,000 profit, and these are my kids. You guys want to find that out? All right, check this out. This is actually a great way for some to build capital or make some side money, especially those of you getting started, or even those of you big time sellers. It's a great way to get your employees more involved in the Amazon journey on their own. All right. So here's how it started. A couple of weeks ago, maybe some of you guys knew this already. You probably looked at it yourself from a buyer standpoint, but Walmart came out with their online Black Friday deals. All right. They came out with their Black Friday deals at on and offline stores of Walmart. Now, here's the Walmart one that I personally saw. You guys probably saw something similar to this too. Now, as I was looking through the toys, this little like kind of sub niche kind of jumped out to me. I had never heard of this before. Maybe some of you guys, let me know in the chat. Anybody know what the heck these are? Hatchimals? I had no idea what these were, right? So this was in the toys section of Hatchimals. Now, I didn't know what it was, but what I did notice was, I don't know if you guys can see my mouse pointer here, but let me do this here. There we go. Look at that. Regular price, $53. And now it's only $20. All right. So maybe I didn't know what Hatchimals were, but I knew that that's a pretty cool price. Right. So what I decided to do was I wanted to check what the history was on Amazon. This is Walmart.com. Right. I'm like, are people buying this on Amazon? So I used the Helium 10 tool black box and I looked it up and I saw that it had almost 1,000 estimated purchases in the last 30 days. Like 1,000 units about were sold of this in the last 30 days. And that to me seemed pretty great. And then I also checked into the price history of this product, again, using the Helium 10 tool black box. And I noticed that the price history for the last few months was pretty steady, like at around $80, right? $80. Remember how much Walmart had it on sale for? Were you guys paying attention? There was $20. So what's the next thing that I did? Next thing that I did was I ordered a bunch of these. All right. I had my kids go on there and I loaded my credit card to my Walmart account. That might be a dangerous thing if you have teenage kids, but I trust my kids. Anyways, I started having them order a bunch to be shipped to us and then a bunch from the local Walmart stores to purchase. For like, here's an order for 5 of them that was for $100. All right. So I just had my kids order as many as possible. And then I had them start going around to all the stores and picking them up too. Here's our SUV, and they were loading it up with these Hatchimals that they were buying. All right. The next thing was I went ahead and I listed it up for the going rate on Amazon, which at the time was about $75. Like, here is an actual order that we started getting. This is November 3rd. So this is very recently, just a couple weeks ago, that we started getting orders for these products right away. You can see we had listed it for $75. Remember, we paid only $20 for these. All right. As the orders came through, Next step is my kids, they packed them right here at my garage right behind here, and they shipped it via USPS to the customers. Now, in the first day alone that we put these up, these ones that they had gotten, we sold 16 of these for a net profit of $442 after all the Amazon expenses and after the cost of goods that we did. $442, and since then they've profited over $1,000 on them, even though the price actually went way down because a lot of other people started doing this same thing. But there you go. What is that called? What is this method of selling on Amazon called? This is called like retail or online arbitrage. The steps are you find a discounted deal on or offline of a product. You research the price history and sales to make sure, hey, can you be profitable or not? Go ahead and list the products on Amazon and then basically reap the process or the profit. So this process here is great for those who are just starting maybe on Amazon. They don't have a lot of money to invest into a private label product. It's a great way to build up some cash flow, whether you're brand new or even if you're an existing seller. It's a great way to add some other capital. So how cool is that? Pretty cool, I think. Now, I just mentioned there, it's a great method for people who aren't maybe ready yet to do private label. So the question is, what is exactly private label? A lot of you guys know the answer to that, but those of you who don't, let me just give you a quick way to illustrate what exactly private label is. You guys know what this is, right? This is a brand name for ketchup, Heinz ketchup, okay? Now, take a look here. The dictionary definition of private label is it denotes a product manufactured or packaged for sale under the name of the retailer rather than that of the manufacturer. So in this case, the private label here is Market Pantry. I forgot what that's a private label from. Is that the Walmart brand? I forgot. But anyways, Market Pantry is one of those brands from one of the grocery stores, right? And it's taking a well-known product and just putting their own brand on it. Okay. I mean, this is a concept that you guys are, even if you didn't know that term, you guys are very familiar with this. You see this all the time in the stores. And that's what a lot of Amazon sellers do. They have products manufactured at factories and they put their own brand instead of the factory name. Somebody there in the chat says that's Target. Okay, Market Pantry is Target. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, here's another example. Take a look at this. This is a product from a Chinese factory here from Alibaba, and it's an ab roller. All right, now the company Ab Wow, they took that product and they put their own branding on it and they started selling it on Amazon. In a nutshell, that is what private label is. You guys with me so far? Nobody, I haven't lost anybody. Let me make sure everybody's listening here. Give me a yes there. Okay, there we go. Everybody's with me. All right. So now the question is, we know what private label is. All right. How do we find private label opportunity? Well, it's important to note that you just can't sell anything on Amazon. All right. Oh, Bradley showed me an ab roller. I'm gonna go ahead and sell that on Amazon. I'm gonna be successful. No, you need to understand that a lot of what you see on Amazon is not opportunity. So let's start with there. How do we know what is not opportunity on Amazon? What are some of the characteristics? All right. One of the ones that I look at is the top products in the niche or in the category, or for the keyword that we're talking about, have way too many reviews. Like, look at this. This is collagen peptides, as I always love to show. Look at this, 15,000 reviews, 15, 5,000, 21,000, 5,000, 22,000 reviews. All right. That is a lot of reviews. Now, if you were a buyer, right, and you saw all of these products and then you saw one with just like 0 or a couple of reviews, would you consider buying it? Probably not. All right. You'd probably gravitate towards the ones that have way more social proof. So that's one of the reasons why I usually don't look at, or I look at the number of reviews as a sign of not opportunity because it has too many reviews. It might be difficult for me as a new product, right? Another thing here, look at this. If I type in iPhone XR phone case, or a clear case, tons and tons of results are going to come up. Tons and tons of results. Let me go back really quick to this other example of that reviews. You guys see how if I saw Vital Proteins there on the left, 15,000 reviews, collagen peptides on the right, it's a generic brand that only has 2 reviews. Which one would you probably pick? You'd probably go with the one that has 15,000 almost 5-star reviews. Now, the other thing is as I mentioned there, the too many competitors selling the same thing. Like, look at this. I'm going to go back to this slide right here. 6,000 results for iPhone XR clear case. And they all like almost look the same. Like these is all almost the exact same product. All right. That's another thing that to me probably is not great opportunity. Now, another third one is not enough demand for the keywords. Now, for those who know me, you know that I actually used to be a sumo wrestler. Now, to me, I might think that would be pretty cool to sell the sumo belt. It's also called a mawashi to aspiring sumo wrestlers. But here, Helium 10 is showing me that every month there's only about 25 people who actually search for the term sumo belt. All right, 25 people. How many people actually buy it? Who knows? Probably one or two or something. So this is obviously there's not enough demand for this product. No matter how cool I think it is as a former sumo wrestler, it's not something that I'd want to like spend a whole bunch of money into because not enough other people think it's cool. All right, nobody's searching for it, so nobody's going to be buying it. Right? Let's go to the next thing. What about the price point being too low? Take a look at the results here for the keyword training toothbrush. All right. These are products that are like $4 and $4 and $6 and $5. Yeah, maybe you could sell a lot of units at that kind of price, but consider how much it costs to produce that product and then to ship it to Amazon and then for Amazon to ship it to the customer. And then you got Amazon's commission. You're probably barely going to be breaking even at a price point like that. All right. Now, there's a lot more things that might come up in validation that could indicate a lack of opportunity. But these are the main four, I would say, that many sellers have as a baseline to look out for. All right. So the question then is, well, this is what is not opportunity. How do we find what is opportunity on Amazon? All right. Now, this is very important. Let's go into number one, what one of my ways of finding opportunity is, and that is finding products with high demand, but there's indications that there's opportunity. So if you notice right there at the bottom, there's a question right here. So answer this in the chat. What indicates high demand of a specific product? Like, how do I know if a specific product, what metric would I look at? What do you guys think? All right. Clay says sales. There's a lot of people that search for it. We can't tell if people are searching for a specific product, but we can definitely tell if there's demand for a specific product based on its sales estimation. Great. I see. Well, I feel about 30, 40 people here answered correctly. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Let's get into it. The answer is sales. All right. If a product is selling well, it obviously has demand. All right. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's go into how I can utilize Helium 10 to find such a product with demand. All right. Remember, you can't just sell anything on Amazon. Let's go talk about what indicates opportunity. The first thing I want to do is I'm going to put a filter in here for monthly revenue. Right. Monthly revenue means the estimated amount in dollars that a product is selling monthly. All right. Again, that determines that there's demand. If I have a product that is selling an estimated $5,000 a month, hey, obviously there's demand for that product. Otherwise, why in the world would it be selling for $5,000 worth? All right. So what am I choosing here? By the way, if you guys can see here, I am in the baby category. All right. So I'm saying, hey, Helium 10, show me a product in the baby category that is grossing at least $5,000 per month. What's the next filter that I have here? Let me zoom in. The price, the retail price. This is important. Remember, we said that if a product is like $5 or $6, it might be difficult to make profit, right? But on the flip side, why did I put a max here of like 40? Well, for most of us, we don't have tens and tens of thousands of dollars to invest in a product. Now, think if you had a product that costs $100 retail, what would your price be to manufacture? What do you guys think? Go ahead and throw it up in the chat. If a product retails for $100, how much do you think it probably costs to manufacture? Steve says 20. Callum says 20. Greg says 20. Yeah, that's probably about right. $20, $25, right? So imagine if your minimum order quantity was 1,000 units. How much are you investing right off the bat on a $100 product? That's like 20, 25 grand. A lot of us don't have $20,000 to $25,000 in the bank. If you do, guess what? Great. Absolutely go for a $100 product. By definition, you're going to have not that much competition. But for the most of us, I don't think we all have $25,000 in our bank account. All right. So that's why I put $20 to $40. This is not some magic number, guys. You guys, once you start working in Helium 10, you guys put whatever fits your budget, but this is just the reasoning of why I chose 20 to 40. What else did I do here? I'm also saying, hey, Helium 10, show me a product that has 50 or less reviews. All right. The theory here is that if I can find a product that's selling at least $5,000 a month, yet only has 50 reviews, what could that mean? Why do you think I care about that? Why would that be exciting to me to see a product that is selling $5,000 or more, but only has 50 reviews? What do you guys think? Juan says competition. Stoica says competition. Competition is low. But why is that low? Why do you guys consider that low? The reason is, remember what we showed you on the collagen peptides? All right. If I had a product that only had 10 reviews, obviously the competitors would not have tens of thousands of reviews like collagen peptides, because it would never get $5,000 worth of sales if it was competing with that kind of caliber of product. Does that make sense, guys? So this possibly means if I can find one product that only has maybe 10 or 20 or 30 reviews, well, what does that mean about the other products? Maybe they all only have 10 or 20 reviews, and that's why this product can do well. Or maybe this product is so unique and so innovative that even though the competition has like tens of thousands of reviews, people are buying this product just because it's so unique. I hope that makes sense. All right. Very important concept we're going over here. All right. What else do I have here highlighted for the filters? Let's go to the next one. The other ones I have here is the variation count. Usually I'm looking for a product that doesn't have different colors. That's just me personally. I don't want to have to worry about buying multiple colors or multiple sizes of a product. That's just me personally. So I put a maximum 1. I only put here also number of sellers 1 to 2, because when you see products on Amazon that say 10, 20, 30, 40 sellers, that means it's one of those like arbitrage products. Like if you were to look at that Hatchimal product that I showed you about that my kids were selling, if you actually go there on Amazon, you'll see it has like 75 different sellers for it. All right. Because it's not a private label product. It's a product that is a brand name that people are just buying at Walmart or wherever and reselling. So in this scenario, I just kind of want to focus to private label products. Let's take a look at some of the results that came up when I used these exact searches. And this was just a few days ago I did this on Helium 10. We've got a bath kneeler with elbow rest pad. And remember, we're looking at the baby category, and a diaper bag backpack that has travel baby bags. All right. So why did these products come up? Look at this one. It had only 2 sellers. This is a product that was grossing over $5,000 a month. And at the time that we searched it, it had less than 50 reviews. So it matched all of that criteria that I was looking for, right? Let's actually look at this product on Amazon. Guys, this is real stuff. You can actually even look at whatever I'm showing you this. I didn't make these slides up. I mean, if you guys are on a computer, by all means, go find this stuff on Amazon. This is real live stuff that we are going over that I just looked up a couple of days ago, all right? So here is that product that I found in Helium 10, and this is why it is live on, or this is how it looks live on Amazon. Again, less than 50 reviews. It hit that price point, remember, between $20 and $40. And here is what it looks like. Okay, so this is kind of crazy. I haven't had infants in 16 years, so I don't remember doing this, but I'm pretty sure I was old fashioned and just used my knees on the bottom of the bathtub. But I guess there's this thing now where you can actually have cushions. Makes sense, all right? I never knew this existed before I found this search. And that's what Amazon product research is, guys. You're going to find stuff that you might not have even known existed. So we have more questions though. This is great. We found a product, it matched our criteria, but what's next? Well, how can you validate this product further? All right. So if I knew, or if you knew that this product was selling over $5,000 a month, what is something that you would like to know about that product? What would help you in being able to validate is this opportunity? What do you guys think? Wendy says, you seem too young to have teenagers. All right. Wendy is trying to get free Helium 10. Good job, Wendy. All right. The sales, people are putting competition, low competition. This is great. Competition is important because we know we can compete maybe with that one product. You know, it only had 40 reviews and the listing didn't look great, but we don't compete with just one product. We compete as a whole. All right. So what's the next step? We would like to know what the keywords are that are driving those $6,000 worth of sales, right? Doesn't that make sense? Hey, how do people find products on Amazon? They use search terms. They use keywords. They type in something and they search for it on Amazon, and then they find a product that matches what they want, and then they buy it, right? So wouldn't you like to know which keywords are driving most of those sales? This is what we're going to do. We're going to use the Helium 10 tool Cerebro to find out all of the keywords that this product is showing up for in search results that are searched at least right here. I said, hey, Helium 10, show me the products or the keywords, I'm sorry, where this product here, this elbow rest pad, has at least 300 searches and it is ranked in the top 10 positions. All right. That means if you would search that term on Amazon, the last time Helium 10 checked, it's showing up right there on page 1. And why is this important? This is because Amazon prioritizes the best selling and best interacting products for certain keywords. So if it's a high search volume keyword and this product is showing up for in the search results highly, that means it must have been selling well for that keyword. And take a look at this. Take a look at this keyword that came up here. Bath, kneeler, and elbow rest pad. That is a great keyword. Very specific, right? There's almost 4,000 people searching for it a month. And the last time Helium 10 checked, it was at the number 5 position. All right. So let's take a look there at that keyword and let's just look at the competition overall to see if it's something that we think we might be interested in. All right. Let's take a look. All right. So as you can see from the review count, this is the review count. I'm using the Helium 10 tool X-ray. I actually searched for this on Amazon, bath, kneeler, and elbow rest pad. All right. And so I ran the Helium 10 tool X-ray right here in order to see what is going on here on page 1. All right. And you can see right here in the top listings, there are some ones with some low review counts. Like here's our product, 49 that we had seen. Here's one that has 18. Here's one that has 21. So completely different than that collagen peptides example I gave, right? Now, is this enough to warrant further investigation into this niche? You know, that's kind of up to you, but let's pretend that we dove deeper into this, all right? We're like, you know what? I went through some other factors and I really think that this is a great opportunity. What's a good way that we can see, can we make money with this product idea or not? What's the next step? Well, the next step might be to look on a website like Alibaba. All right. Alibaba shows a lot of Chinese factories. And at the very least, even if you're not going to order your product from there, it at least gives you a good idea at maybe some of the going rates to produce this product. So here on Alibaba, I typed in that same keyword of baby bath elbow rest or whatever we determined the keyword was. And I found one that looks really similar to that exact one that we were seeing on Amazon. Okay. Now, looks like the price here would be about $6 to $7, right? So I'm going to take that price and I'm going to plug it into another Helium 10 tool called the profitability calculator in order to kind of estimate how much profit I can make here. All right. So what this tool does is it pulled all of the information from that product we found that's live on Amazon right now. You can actually find that product on Amazon. It pulled in like their size and dimensions. And what I did was I put in here my estimated manufacturing cost. Remember I said, okay, according to that Alibaba site, maybe it's around $6. So I put that $6 in there. I put my estimated shipping here and it tells me that, hey, I potentially could make 37% profit on this product. You know, that's not considering your advertising costs and things like that. But I just have a real rough estimate here that yes, this product definitely does seem profitable. All right. I would make $12 per unit. All right. So that is kind of like in a nutshell, the process that you can take to kind of find the product opportunity and then go through these validation steps before actually purchasing it. Now, that's just one way to search for products that have indications of opportunity. Now, take a look at some of these other filters, that black box. Black box is that program that we use in order to find this opportunity. There's other filters that represent different ways to look for opportunity. You could look at the review rating, all right? Why would that be helpful? If I can find a product that only has like 3 stars, but still is selling a lot, well, that would be a great product to go up against, because if I can come in with a 5-star product, guess what? I'm instantly going to be more attractive to buyers, right? The number of images, I love using this filter to find products. I'll use this just on a side search. Hey, show me a product, Helium 10, that is grossing like $10,000 a month, but only has 2 images. usually if a product only has 2 images, it's a terrible listing. Like the image, the listing looks terrible. Their copy is terrible. Like it's a very rookie Amazon seller if they're only using like 1 or 2 images. So if I can find a product that is selling like $10,000 a month, but only has 2 images, well, boom, that's like a great opportunity, because why in the world are buyers buying such a product? Well, maybe nobody else has a lot of images. Maybe people are so desperate for this product that they buy one from a bad listing. So if I come in with a great listing with like 8 images and really optimized text and copy, boom, I'm instantly, again, going to be more attractive to a buyer. Another one I like to use is the age of a product. If I can find a newer product that's doing really well, that could be another indication that there might be some opportunity there. What other filters? There's some other filters here that I could use. Let me click here, like the shipping size. Like maybe I want to find some oversized products that, because I have some special hookups on shipping quotes or shipping rates, maybe I can be profitable where some other sellers couldn't be profitable selling like larger items or oversized items. There's a lot of different ways to do that. So yes, searching for products is a great way to find product opportunity on Amazon, but there's also other ways to do product research that are just as, if not even more effective in order to find opportunity. So the next method that we're going to review, this is actually the exact method that I use to find a product that's sold out in 60 days for $20,000 gross revenue and about $5,000 profits. This is one of those Project 5K case studies that I did earlier this year. So this section is going to be entitled Searching for High Demand Keywords instead of Products. So if you notice again, right here, I have a question for you guys. What we talked about, what indicates if a product is in high demand, and that's sales, estimated sales. What indicates if a keyword is in high demand? Search volume. Yes, search volume. Clay says search volume. Ron says search volume. Meg says search volume. Yeah, exactly. Search volume is the key, all right? The approximate number of times that customers are using a search term is a great indicator that something is in demand. So let's go ahead and play a little search volume game here, all right? I'm going to give you guys 2 keywords, and you tell me which one is searched for more, all right? As a matter of fact, hold on. Lonnie, are you able to do a poll on the fly? Lonnie, are you able to do a poll on the fly?
I need a few
just a 2-question one. Like okay, here we go. Put this, Lonnie, put this into a quick poll. It's going to be screw tie and screw extractor. That's it. A or B. All right. So guys, don't vote in the chat. Lonnie's going to throw up a poll here. I just decided to do this right now. Otherwise I would have been more prepared, but Lonnie's going to throw up a poll here where you guys are choosing which one you think is searched for more, screw tie or screw extractor. And let's see what you guys think this is. Now, just to give you an idea of what this product is, let me show a picture here. These are what are called screw ties, I guess. This is like what comes up if you search for that on Amazon. That's Amazon's choice. And these are screw extractors. So do you have the poll ready yet, Lonnie?
Give me 1 second.
Cool. All right. We have to use technology. Instead of in the chat, everybody like puts their answer in. I can't really tell like which one is a winner here. So we're gonna see which one. All right, here, check out your screens, guys. You should see the poll right now. Which one do you think is searched for more, screw tie or screw extractor? Whoa, look at these numbers. 400 people have voted. 600 people have voted. 800 people have voted. All right, we've got 60% right now for screw tie, 42% for screw extractor. Okay, 1,000 people have voted. All right, oh, my goodness, we got a lot of people in this room. I didn't realize there's so many. All right, 1,000 people. It looks like screw tie is the winner. Now let's see the actual data. Here we go. Come on, computer. There we go. Actually, screw extractor has 18,000 searches. Are you surprised? I was surprised. I thought screw tie is a more common search term, but that's the point, guys. We can't just use what we personally think are searched for more on Amazon. We've got to go into the data. So let's do that now. Let's get into some data here, all right? We're going to now do a black box for keyword search. Now, instead of looking for sales, remember we talked about we're looking for search volume. So I threw into here a minimum of 2,000 monthly searches. I'm like, hey, Helium 10, show me a keyword, not a product, that is searched for at least 2,000 times a month. Again, I'm just throwing in some random numbers here for the price. This time I chose between $50 and $50. I put a max review count of 125. I'm saying basically, hey, if I take an average, by the way, these last two, these price and review count, what I'm doing here is I'm saying, hey, Helium 10, if you were to look at the keyword and the search results, and you were to take those top products and average out the price and average out the review count, it's a maximum of 125 for the reviews. That's basically what I'm saying here. I also put here a minimum 2-word count. The reason why I did this is there's a lot of one-word phrases that people use to search on Amazon. A great example is like bedroom. I bet you there's like probably 20,000 people who type in bedroom to Amazon. But do you really think they're purchasing something if they type in bedroom? Probably not. They're just looking for ideas. Like they're using Amazon kind of like Pinterest or something like that, right? So to me, one-word keywords don't have a lot of what I call buyer intent. That's why I'm like saying, hey, I would love to see keywords that have at least 2 words so I can narrow down the search there. All right, let's keep going. Let's look at what else did I. No, that's it. That's all I searched for. All right. The only other thing here, what I did was I'm searching in the patio, lawn, and garden niche or category on Amazon. All right. Let's take a look at some of the results that came up. All right. Funny flag. Search for 2,000 times a month. An average of only 60 reviews. Bean sprouts machine. This is like stuff I didn't even know existed. Chimenea cover. All right. So that's the actual one that I picked because I was like, what in the actual heck is that? So take a look at how it looks on Amazon. And again, you can type this exact keyword in on Amazon. You'll get the same results right now as this. This, I guess, I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Like, I thought chimenea is like a Spanish keyword. But anyways, this is an actual thing because look at the titles all have chimenea on Amazon right here, right? Look at that. It's a fireplace cover. Somebody who said that? Juan said it's a fireplace cover. All right. So look at this though. The top result only has 12 reviews. The second place has 1 review. Here are more in the top 8, 14 reviews, 16 reviews. This is something again that what was it search for? Let me go back to there. This is something searched for 5,000 times a month, and it has a lot of opportunity potentially here. So that is the way that I like to find keywords that potentially could have opportunity. And then what I would do here is I would further go down those validation steps that we went over before and start looking at prices and could I be profitable? What are the competition doing, etc. All right. Now, again, just like with searching for products, there's also similar ways that we can filter looking for keywords. Each of these represent another method of finding opportunity. So we didn't just talk about one method here of, hey, this is how you find keywords. You can find keywords a lot of different ways. You can filter by the review rating, the star rating. I could filter by the size. I could filter by the number of images the products have. I could filter by the age of the listing. However, my favorite way to search for keywords, though, is by analyzing characteristics of the top 10 search results. So if you had seen me do a product research webinar before, you probably didn't see me go over this because this is a newer feature and a newer way that I like searching for opportunity. Because why do I say top 10 search results? All right. Why is that? Well, most of the time in the top 10, those products are your stiffest competition for sales and the best indicator if a niche or a category is super saturated or not. So I'm going to use these 2 filters right here that are at the bottom of a black box search is the revenue and the reviews. So what I'm saying here is I'm saying Helium 10, please show me a keyword where if I look at the top 10 results on Amazon for this keyword, that at least 5 of them have revenue of more than $5,000. Okay, at least 5 have revenue of more than $5,000. So that means that, wow, this is there's high demand here. And of those top 10 products, a minimum of 5 have less than 75 reviews. So it's not taking the average. I'm taking exact numbers here. All right. So this, by the way, guys, if you're an experienced seller, you've been using Helium 10 a while, this is probably not that impressive to you. But if you've never sold on Amazon before, I hope you take a second to appreciate how ridiculous the insights Amazon sellers have. the analogy I like to use is, let's say you're a traditional brick and mortar seller and you're selling these products in a Walmart store. Like you're selling collagen peptides in Walmart, or you're selling collagen peptides in Kroger. As a manufacturer, can you like, hey, I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to look at the aisle of all my competitors. You know, I've got the Vital Proteins, I've got the Sports Research. Those are my competitors. And in a couple seconds, I want to know, what are the keywords that people are thinking about right before they purchase it. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy thought. You can't do that unless you spend thousands and thousands of dollars, do like some survey. Or, which ones are people reviewing most on websites? Or which one is the newest one? You cannot just do that with a couple clicks of a button if you're a traditional brick and mortar seller. But as Amazon sellers, we have access to this kind of data that really gives us great insights that is just really unprecedented in the history of retail sales here. So Amazon sellers, you guys have a big advantage here. All right, let's keep going. Here is what came up under that search. Okay. And here are some great keywords that probably didn't even exist 9 months ago. Sneeze guard for desk, social distancing floor decals. Like social distancing floor decals. I mean, seriously. If in 2019 somebody mentioned that, you would have been like, what? That's a made up word. But now all of us kind of know exactly what that is, right? Take a look here. 17,000 people a month are searching for social distancing floor decals. Here's one: periodic table with real elements. That's crazy. Like, I didn't know there was a such thing, but guess what? There's 2,000 people searching for that. Let's take a look at one of these right here. All right. Here we go. I chose the social distancing floor decals. All right. And I searched for it on Amazon. And then I ran again that Helium 10 Chrome extension X-ray so I could take a look at what is going on here. And exactly what I said is exactly what's happening. Those filters that I put into Helium 10, there's at least 5 out of these top 10 who are making more than $5,000 a month. And there's at least 5 here. There's actually 6 who have less than 75 reviews. Look at this. This guy here is at the very top of the page. He just launched his product and he's already at the top of the page. And he doesn't even have any reviews. He has 0 reviews so far. Guys, is your mind not blown at the opportunity that exists on Amazon and what the kind of data that we can do? It took me like 3 or 4 minutes to actually just explain what I did there. The actual time it took me to search for that and find that social distancing decal thing, it took me maybe 25 seconds to do that in Helium 10. And then boom, I found that on Amazon. Guys, the opportunity that is out there is just ridiculous. There is tons of opportunity, and we are trying to give you all of the different tools and the ways that you can find this opportunity. And if those of you who have not sold on Amazon before and did not understand that there's this ability out there to find products, I hope you look like I did here. Just your mind should be blown, right? Now, guys, I've got some more strategies for you, including some bonus strategies for product research that I have never shared before on a webinar. But let's keep going right now. Let's keep going. I'm not done yet. I'm not done. Let's go to number 3, checking trends off of Amazon. Okay. What if it seems that it's saturated? Like, what if you find something and then you go to that validation phase, right? And then you're like, ugh, it seems like it might be saturated on Amazon. Does that mean that there's no chance? No chance at all? All right. Let's take a look. For example, this might look saturated to some. This is on Amazon. And this is if you type in on Amazon right now, wine rack. Like, I see here, a lot, this one has only 10 reviews. So maybe that's pretty good. But most of these have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of reviews, right? So maybe you might think it's too late for the wine rack bandwagon. Can't jump on that, right? Here's another example. For those who watch Project X know where I'm going with this one. Here's a search for egg holder. Remember those indications that we think is not opportunity? Low price point, $9, $1.88. What in the actual heck? How can you even sell something for $1.88 on Amazon? I don't even know. $7. And then everybody has the same thing. It's all plastic, right? Everybody's got hundreds, if not thousands of reviews. Remember, those are the things that might have indicated that it's not opportunity. We just said that. So you might be wondering, like, wait a minute, Bradley, are you going back on what you said? No. All right. Why? Look what happens when you search for these same phrases on Pinterest and Etsy. All right. Same phrases on Pinterest and Etsy. Okay. Take a look here. By the way, I just want, I told you guys to save your questions to the end, but Bob here is giving a question that everybody always asks. If this is so simple and easy and quick, why are you telling us? Why don't you eat money yourself by doing it? I showed you guys at the beginning, the products that I'm in charge of, they're selling $1 million per year on Amazon. So absolutely, people can do this, and I do it myself. All right. So I'm not just telling you guys this, and this is what other people do. Yes, other people do this. I do this by myself, and that's why I showed you those screenshots there. So, but I'm also sharing this information with you is because I want you guys to be successful selling on Amazon. All right. I'm just going to digress for a quick moment here because I see this question a lot. A lot of people say like, hey, if this is so great, why are you even sharing this? You know, why does it make sense? You know, this seems fishy to me. Like, why don't you just keep all these secrets for yourself? Guys, if anybody who works in like the service industry or other industries, one of the most fulfilling things to do is if you can make money doing something that actually helps other people too. Before, I didn't mention this in my little bio, but before I did this and before or after I was a sumo wrestler, I was actually a Zumba fitness instructor. And to me, that was the greatest job in the world because it was something I really enjoyed doing. I did it myself as a student. I would pay to do it. And now I was actually being paid to do it. I was actually making money doing Zumba with other people, and I was changing people's lives, you know, because people were losing weight. To me, I found that again with working here at Helium 10 and helping people learn on Amazon. This, I love that. You guys can probably tell. I love this stuff. Amazon is so exciting to me and just boggles my mind. I'm actually being paid to do something I love to do. I'm making money on the side. And the added bonus is I love getting all of your, hearing the stories out there that says, hey, Bradley, I learned something that you taught and now I'm making all this money on Amazon. That to me is priceless. I love it. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, Bob. I'm making money on Amazon myself, but I love, even more important to me than that is when I see other people's lives changed by putting these things in practice. Anyways, I'm sorry for diversion there, but I really want to make that clear because I know a lot of people didn't say that, but maybe they're thinking like, why are you sharing this stuff with us? Well, that's my motivation, guys. All right. Anyways, we were talking about egg trays. We were talking about wine racks and what happens when you search for these same phrases on Pinterest and Etsy. Take a look here. Here is wine rack on Etsy. Now, notice that there's some interesting, and Pinterest. Left side is Etsy, right side is Pinterest. Now, notice that there's some interesting things that we didn't see on Amazon at the very top of the page, right? Like this corner one. That's pretty cool. Like one that fits in a corner. And look at how there's these zigzag wine rack here. Here's another zigzag wine rack there. We didn't see those on Amazon on the top of the page, right? It was kind of generic ones. What about egg holder? Look what happens when we type in egg holder on Etsy and Pinterest. All right. Look how different this one is compared to the search that we saw on Amazon. All right. This is why we decided to make an egg holder, a wooden one for the Project X that I referred to earlier. But actually, there's some newer things that have come up that I'm actually going to test. Like I literally found this 5 days ago. So I ordered some samples. I'm going to try and test some of these newer ones. I did not see this 6 months ago. Like this stackable wood egg holder, that actually looks pretty cool. Now here's the point of why we're looking on Etsy and Pinterest. All right, let's take a look here. Etsy and Pinterest are sometimes months ahead of demand on Amazon. Months ahead. Why is that? Why would you say that? Well, what is Pinterest? Pinterest is just a board of ideas. It doesn't take time to produce, go through a process to produce ideas. You find something that you like, a picture, and you pin it, right? Etsy. These are mainly handmade items. So if an Etsy seller has a product idea that there's something they see is trending, they literally takes them like 4 or 5 days to make it in their shop, and now they put it for sale. On Amazon, though, what's the process? If you see something trending, you've got to go design it. You've got to order samples. You've got to produce it. You've got to ship it from China, perhaps. That whole process can take 4 or 5 months. So a lot of times what you see on Etsy and Pinterest is actually months ahead of the demand on Amazon. All right. So this is very, very key when we're talking about trying to find different things that are trending. So how do you validate demand, though, if it doesn't seem to exist on Amazon? Like, for example, it seems to me that zigzag wine rack is something that is trending in Pinterest and in Etsy. But when I actually use Helium 10 to find the search volume, look at that. Only 43 people are searching for it. So like for that specific product, you might not know if there's demand or not because not enough people are searching for it. So here's a way that you can validate demand, and that's by making a test listing. This is a process that we checked, or that we went over in our Project X. All right. So what you do, you can like purchase 5 or 10 or 15 samples, like either from a manufacturer or from Etsy. You know, like this is an actual Etsy product. You can just, hey, I'm going to buy 10 of these if I wanted to, or somewhere else, right? So you can order 10 of these to sample. The next step is you create a listing. Like this is actually somebody who did that. Create a listing on Amazon using what's this thing? I think it's the exact same picture. They even took the picture from Etsy and now they put it as a test listing right here on Amazon. The listing is not fully optimized. Like this is not even an Amazon terms of service compliant image, right? But it has the keywords that we want to test. The next thing you do once you get your listing up on Amazon is you create Amazon sponsored ads, all right? Where I'm paying Amazon to show my product for certain search results, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an auto campaign right here. This is, by the way, guys, this is a screenshot from the Helium 10 tool ads that allows you to create Amazon sponsored product campaigns right within Helium 10. All right. So I'm going to find the relevant keywords, and basically the kind of things that I'm looking for is I'm looking for the data to see if there's enough demand to warrant the investment. Like, are there enough impressions once I actually make ads? Are enough people clicking on it? Is there people who actually buy the product at a really high price and a really terrible listing, and they still buy the product? I love to see that, because imagine, like the one I did for the egg holder, that was a product we were going to sell for like $20, right? But we didn't want to get the sales when we put those Etsy ones up. We were just like trying to look for the data. We were wanting to measure the clicks. We were wanting to measure the impressions. We were wanting to check how much it costs to advertise. But what happened was, even though we put it at like $60 on Amazon, we sold out the 10 units. And so that to me is a great indication, like, hey, that validates my idea. Even though maybe it didn't have search demand yet, the fact that I could put a terrible listing up and sell it at $60, that gives me really good vibes about having a great listing and having a product that's only priced $20, right? All right, what else? Let's talk. Another method is making money on Amazon without even investing money. I mean, is there really a way to have products on Amazon that require no upfront capital? I mean, even that method I told you that my kids did at the beginning of this workshop about getting those products from Walmart, that still requires capital. That still require dad's credit card to go buy that stuff from Walmart. All right. So what if you don't even have that? If you don't even have a credit card in the beginning, can you make money on Amazon? The answer is yes, using what's called Merch by Amazon. It's Amazon's print-on-demand service. How it works is basically you create your design, you upload this design for like a shirt or a sweatshirt or things like that. You upload it to Merch by Amazon, and then you choose which design you want that product or that design to live on. You set your price, you hit publish. If somebody orders it, Amazon produces it and ships it, and then you get paid, right? You don't have to put any upfront money at all on inventory or anything, and you collect your royalties after every sale. So let's do a quick example here. Let's say you figure out that during Christmas, there's going to be a lot of people buying golf-related t-shirts for friends and family that you have, and so you have a good idea for a golf-related t-shirt that would be a great gift item, right? Okay, so you could search funny golf shirts on Amazon to see if there are any that are already doing well. And then this is what comes up. I mean, like, look at this. This is some of these are pretty funny. Life is full of important choices, like which club you're going to use. And here's a evolution thing here. A lot of different life is important full of choices. All right. So there's different things here. Like, you can get ideas. So what you might want to do is you might use X-Ray by Helium 10 again. We keep bringing back that Chrome extension, a really handy Chrome extension. And I'm noticing that the top seller is this life is full of important choices one. And this guy is ridiculous. This guy is selling like 100 shirts a day. He's selling 100 of these shirts a day. All right. That is just insane. All right. So what do? You have your own unique idea for a golf shirt, But you figure that the people who would buy your shirt, they would probably search for the same keywords as what people are searching for to find that shirt that's selling so well, the one that's selling 100 a day. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Cerebro again by Helium 10 to find what are the keywords that people are using to search for to find that other shirt, right? So I use Cerebro here, and then I find these keywords. Look at this. Here's golf shirts for men funny. There's 500 people a month searching for that. Golf t-shirt men, life t-shirts, golf funny gifts for men, men's t-shirt funny, best t-shirts. We're saying the that golf t-shirt that we saw is ranking at the top of the page for all of these search phrases. So guess what? Those are the keywords that you would want to have in your listing. All right. So you can create a listing. You create your design. All right. The next step is create your design. You create your artwork. All right. Here's one. May the course be with you. All right. And so you can make that, you upload that design for May the Course Be With You to Merch by Amazon, or you have somebody design it for you. If you're not an artist, that's no problem. And then again, put it up for sale. You have spent zero money if you made the design yourself. Otherwise, if you had to pay somebody $15 to make this design, well, there's $15 investment, and you don't pay any money. All right. Amazon, if somebody buys this on Amazon, Amazon packs it, they ships it, they deliver it to the customer, and then you get a royalty of like $3, $4, $5, $6, depending on what the price is, guys. This is another great way of selling on Amazon where you don't even have to invest money. So coming up in a few minutes, I'm going to have a couple more product research methods that I have not shared on the webinar before. And in addition, I'm going to give you 7 personal things that I look for when looking for signs of opportunity. But let me ask you guys, can you see yourself able to make money off these product research strategies I have shared today? Can you picture yourself making, a golf t-shirt like that, or coming up with a bath elbow rest, things like that? Michelle says in all caps, definitely. I love that. All right. Do you not agree that there's nothing I've talked about that today that requires like some insane amount of specialized skills and ability? I mean, is there anything that I went over today? I mean, I know a lot of this is new concept to you, but was there anything that seemed like, oh my goodness, I need a college degree in order to do this? This is pretty basic stuff, right? I mean, it's not like rocket science here, but it does take some work. But I think you can see that it does not require some specialized training in order to do the methods that I talk about. Now, every single person, guys, that's in attendance today, no matter what your background is, no matter how much money you have, no matter where you live, no matter what your experience is, you guys can utilize these strategies to find a product to sell on Amazon. Okay. Now, by yourself, it's not that easy to find product opportunity, but I've shown you today how tools like Helium 10 can help you find that product or products that will help you reach your goal. So really quick, I know tons of you guys are already using Helium 10. You guys don't need a, I'm thinking only of the Spanish word, resumen, like a review. I can't even think English. Sometimes I'm not even Spanish, but I'm a fluent Spanish speaker, and sometimes I only think in Spanish. But a review, there we go. That's the word I was looking for. I don't know why I couldn't think of the English word. But you don't need a review of the Helium 10 tools. But a lot of you guys are new to Helium 10, so I just want to take the next 5 minutes to go over the tools that we went over today to show you how easy it is to find these products that can help you reach your goal. So what are the tools that we use today? All right. The first one was X-Ray. All right. X-Ray is our Chrome extension. It's a completely free Chrome extension that allows you to validate potential product opportunities. All right. Black Box. We were heavily in Black Box. The first one we did was Black Box for products. All right. And we also went over Black Box for keywords. You can find opportunities with smart advanced filters. We also went over the profitability calculator. The profitability calculator allows you to calculate, can I make money with this product with just a couple of clicks? My favorite tool that we went over today is Cerebro. You can learn from your competitors' keyword strategy. I showed you screenshots from our profits tool. This is allows you to, it connects to your Amazon account so you can see really how much money you are making based on all of Amazon's fees and based on your own cost. We also showed you a screenshot from ads. All right, that's our PPC tool. It helps you to simplify, optimize, and automate your PPC campaigns. Now, these are just 7 of the more than 25 tools that Helium 10 has developed to help Amazon sellers. We've got tons more. Market Tracker, Alerts, Refund Genie, Review Insights, Trendster, Follow-Up, Scribbles. Basically, every single thing you need in order to succeed on Amazon, from the very beginning, product research, all the way to the very end, your operations, your day-to-day operations. If you have an existing Amazon account, the A to Z, we have a tool for that can help you every step of the way. And guys, believe it or not, that's not even all of the tools that we have. We've got even a lot more that we have available. One of my good buddies, Tomer, who helped us develop some of these tools, and he helps sellers all over the world. He says that in the past, I paid hundreds of dollars per month for different tools that all of them combined are not as effective as Helium 10 is. He said just finding one good product or one strong keyword using these tools that was overlooked by others can easily be worth the yearly cost of Helium 10. Now, is that true? Like, is Helium 10 really worth the subscription? Can it really pay for itself many times over? Take a look here again at this snapshot. This is the Project X account for the last 11, 12 months or so. Yeah, so is spelled with a S-H-O. I can't even speak today, guys. Sorry. 12. This is about 12 months or so, right? $161,000 of gross sales. Okay. Now, let's just say, oh, by the way, guys, it could have been a lot more. Do you guys see how there's all these dips right here? These huge dips. This is me going out of stock for a long time on different products, because again, my main job is here at Helium 10. I'm only doing these Amazon things on the side, and I don't put enough time, effort. So this 161,000 could have easily been a lot more money. All right. But let's just take this number right here, $161,000. Let's say the profit margin there was a conservative 20% on this account after expenses. It was actually closer to 25. All right. We've got $161,000 of gross revenue times 20%, $32,000 of net profit. I'm pretty sure that you will agree that is well worth the $97 a month that Helium 10 costs. To find those Project X products, we use the Helium 10 tools using the exact strategies that I showed you guys today. You know, everybody else gets the same tool. I wasn't using some special admin version of the tool, or I got some special insights. No, I use the same version that everybody else who pays $97 a month. That's exactly what they use as well. David Goldstrom, he's an Amazon PPC expert. He says, Helium 10 is my go-to set of high-level tools. All right. We've got Tatiana, who's one of the biggest influencers for Amazon sellers on YouTube. You know, she's got hundreds of thousands of followers. She says Helium 10 provides everything that a beginner or advanced Amazon seller needs to increase product ranking, revenue, and most importantly, profit margins. Paying for several different subscriptions is no longer necessary because Helium 10 combines everything you need into one software. And that's the truth. Guys, I told you before that I used to be a consultant for Amazon sellers. Well, there was a time I didn't know about Helium 10, and I was paying a lot of money, like hundreds of dollars, for all the different tools that an Amazon seller would need. You know, I paid a little bit for a Chrome extension. I paid for a keyword tool. I paid for a product research tool. I paid for a financial analytics tool. I was paying a few $100s a month just for that. But you're going to pay a lot less with Helium 10. Like I said, it's only $97 a month. That's only a little over $3 a day to supercharge your Amazon business. So for me, coming from the same background that you guys are, it was a no-brainer when I first joined Helium 10. I didn't just start working for Helium 10. I started using Helium 10 as when I was still a consultant for Amazon sellers. $3 a day, guys. That's a slice of pizza, a cup of coffee, a bag of chips, all right, in order to get tons and tons of profit. I think you can agree that is definitely worth it. Now, when you sign up today, though, not only do you get access to that entire suite of tools that I was telling you about, but you also get the following bonuses. So here's the list of bonuses. The first bonus here is that you are going to get 50% off of month one. So it's not even $97. It's going to be 50% off. By the way, guys, those of you, as we are going over these bonuses, if you want to get a jump start, sign up right now. Helium10.com/PR50 for product research. PR50. Helium10.com/PR50. These bonuses are guaranteed to be good through the end of this webinar. So you can go ahead and sign up anytime during this webinar, and I guarantee you'll be able to get any of these bonuses. The first one being, you're going to get 50% off if you use that special link. If you just go right now to helium10.com and try and sign up, you can't get 50% off. You do that by using this special code right here, helium10.com/PR50, and you automatically get that 50%. What else do we have? This is 50% off the platinum plan. You get access to all of those tools that I mentioned right there. Number two, let's go over your second one, full access to Helium 10 Academy. What is Helium 10 Academy? Helium 10 Academy is the interactive training designed to help you and your team become Helium 10 experts. We have 25, 30, 35 tools that could be overwhelming for someone. Like, where do I begin? How in the world am I supposed to learn how to use this software? That's what Helium 10 Academy is for. The third bonus that we're going to give everybody today is you get access to the private Helium 10 members Facebook group, where tens of thousands of experienced and new Amazon sellers are there, willing to help each other, willing to share their experiences, help you out every day. There's hundreds of posts where Amazon sellers can go to network and get some ideas on how to grow their business. The bonus number 4 that we're going to get is the full Freedom Ticket training program cost is covered by any Helium 10 paying member. All right. So Freedom Ticket is an advanced Amazon training program. It's over 50 hours of training in over 80 modules that give you the A to Z, not just how to use Helium 10. No, this is just how to set up your Amazon account. How do you find even other ways of finding product opportunity? How do you find your keywords? What are some of the legal requirements that Amazon sellers need to know about? All of that goes over here. If you go to freedomticket.com right now, you can buy this course separately, but it's going to cost you $997. Anybody who is signing up today, it is 100% covered by Helium 10. We're covering that cost for you. So you're paying that, the 40, whatever half of $97 is, $47.50 or whatever. You're getting full access to this, a $997 value. Inside of that, we also have that Project X I talked about, that 14 episode case study where we showed you how we found that egg tray, how we found a coffin shelf to sell, and how eventually we built it up to that 6-figure income that we showed you guys earlier. All right. What about number 5? Let's go over number 5. You're going to get the ultimate guide to Amazon listing optimization. This is made by our team of experts, especially Karen Thomas here, who is an expert on optimizing your listing. So once you find a product, once you get the right keywords, how do you put it all together to make a great Amazon listing? How do you get great images? How do you make sure you have the right keywords in your listing? You're going to get this ultimate guide to Amazon listing optimization. And finally, the last one bonus is you're going to get a 30-day money back guarantee. All right. If you're not 100% happy. And that just basically makes it a no-brainer to me. Like, I know there's a lot of you guys who are already Helium 10 members, but those of you who aren't Helium 10 members, this should just make sure that every single one of you signs up like right now on this thing, because there's always the chance that, hey, maybe you start getting to the Freedom Ticket trading, or you start getting to Helium 10 and you're so overwhelmed that you're like, I need to pull the reins back. I'm not ready to sell on Amazon. No problem. You just ask for your money back, and the whopping $47 that you paid, you get 100% of it back. No questions asked. So this is a no-brainer, guys. Go ahead and sign up right now, helium10.com/PR50. And if you decide to, if you change your mind within 30 days, you get your money back, but not many do, because I think you guys can see the opportunity that Amazon is. All right. So again, here's those bonuses. There's 6 of them. All of these are good through the end of the webinar today, guaranteed. Isabella Hamilton, she runs a service for Amazon sellers called Rank Bell. And she says, when my clients ask me what's the best thing they can do to improve their Amazon strategies, I tell them to get Helium 10. All right. So here's an outside person. She's not even an Amazon seller herself. She just runs a service for them, and she recommends it. Paul Barron, he runs another service for Amazon sellers called Messenger Bot University. All right. He also, Helium 10 is his go-to set of tools as well. So now let's get into those bonus strategies that we had talked about earlier. All right. I'm going to keep this link here on the bottom of the screen for those of you who haven't started. If you've already signed up for it in the last 10 minutes, let me know in the chat. I'll give you some shout outs in a little bit, but let's go to those bonus strategies that I talked about. All right. This first one is bonus strategy number 1, searching for product opportunity offline, not online, not using Helium 10, not using Amazon, not using Etsy, not using Pinterest. How do we find that? Now, first of all, let me just give you a warning. All right. This research method might change how you go to the store, how you enjoy your vacations, how you spend time at your friend's house, and more. So you might annoy some of your friends and family because it might give you some habits that they might not understand. All right. So here's what it is. All right. Basically, no matter where you are, there are potential product opportunities to be found. All right. Here's a real life example of my trip to the Korean grocery store last week. Those of you in California, you guys know about H Mart. I needed to go buy some bulgogi and some kimchi for some Korean barbecue I was doing at my house. So I went to H Mart in Mira Mesa. All right. Now I kept my eye open for things that seemed unique. All right. I figured that, hey, if there's enough demand for a product to be in a popular grocery store chain like H Mart, there could be potentially demand online as well. So here's the thing that caught my eye. All right. Red press container. I had no idea what the heck is a red press container. So I took a picture of it. This is from my own phone. I didn't get this from the internet. I took a picture of it and I decided to look it up when I went home. So the first thing I did when I went home, I went on Amazon and I searched for red press container. Okay. Now the results that are here, they're nothing like the product that I found, right? So it obviously is not the right keyword, right? So either there's no demand for that whatever product I saw in the store, or this is not the right keyword for the product, right? So the next thing I did was I went and I put red press container in Google, okay? And this is what came up at the very top, all right? The first result that came up was an Amazon listing, and it said Korean and it said kimchi. So I was like, you know what? This maybe could be something closer to what it is, right? So I went and I clicked on it and went to Amazon. And the listing on Amazon, now this actually looked a little bit more like that product that I took a picture of in H Mart, right? So I was curious, how many sales is this product doing on Amazon? This kimchi fermentation device here, right? So I ran, and it's nothing that's going to make anybody rich, but whoever is selling this is selling like 3-4 units a day, and they're grossing, as you guys can see here, about $2,000 a month. So nothing spectacular, right? But I was like, hey, I'm making this webinar next week. I want to see this through the end. Let's keep going and validating this idea. So the next thing I did was I ran Cerebro, just like I showed you guys a couple times how to do today. I ran the Helium 10 tool Cerebro on this product to see what are some of the keywords that maybe they're getting their sales from. And the one that jumped out to me was this one. Kimchi container. Almost 3,000 people a month searching for kimchi container. So I decided to click on kimchi container and look at what the search results on Amazon look like. All right. And here we go. Very similar again to that product. I was like, this is definitely the right keyword for this product. Here's the product that I found, right? It actually has Amazon's choice. But then I saw this one here. This one here seemed to have better sales than the one that I found. Look at that. Over $20,000 a month, this product is grossing, way more than this other product. So there you have it, guys. All of this came from me keeping my eyes open in the store and taking a picture of something that seemed interesting, and it turned out to be a potential product opportunity. I'm not saying, hey, everybody go out there and try and source a kimchi container. Probably needs a little bit more validation, but that literally took me no effort at all. I was just keeping my eyes open in the store. Now, here's another example of this kind of method. All right. Last weekend, I went on a work vacation to the Maldives. All right. Now, here are all pictures of things that I took of my room. All right. My room there at the hotel that I was at. All right. Now, let's play a game here. In the chat, try and tell me what keywords you think people would be using to describe these things. There's 7 things here. What are some of the keywords that you think that people would use to describe some of these things here? What do you guys think? Emma says tissue holder, tissue box. It's a stone one though, yeah, stone one. Tissue box, bamboo. That's a good keyword right there. Luxury items, hotel room accessories, soap dispenser. All right, so let me just give you a disclaimer here. Maybe it's hard to see from this image. The reason why I took pictures of these are all like made of stone. I was like, what in the world? A stone, what do you call this? Soap dispenser? Like that's next level. Like a soap tray. This is not stone. This is like a leather or something or other. This is like a special umbrella. This is possibly like a wooden ice cube bucket or something. And then here, a bamboo tissue holder. So these are all just random things that I wouldn't think might be saturated on Amazon. So what I did was I took each of those keywords that I thought, and then I went to Magnet in Helium 10. And sure enough, these things have search volume. There's 800 people a month searching for stone soap dish. There's 700 people a month searching for leather stool. 600 searching for paper umbrella. Wooden ice bucket. It's being searched for a couple hundred times a month. 300 people search for stone tissue box cover. So guys, this took me like 5 minutes to just look around my room and look at different ideas. Now, I'm not saying that every single one of these I'm going to make a fortune on if I sold it on Amazon, but that didn't even take Helium 10 in the beginning. That didn't take Etsy. That didn't take Amazon. That didn't take Pinterest. Is just keeping your eyes open around your house, when you're at your friend's house, when you're driving around. Keep your eyes open for unique products. Write them down as you're going. And then once you have Helium 10, when you get home, go ahead and enter it into Magnet. See if it has search volume. Check out how it looks on Amazon, and you might find other product opportunity that way. Let's go into the next bonus strategy. All right. Remember, guys, save your questions until the very end. I'm not even looking at the questions right now. So save your questions. In about 5 minutes, we're going to get into all of your questions here. All right. Reverse keyword strategy, search strategy. This is what I call this. I've never shared this in a webinar before. This is a newer feature on Helium 10, something that I pushed really hard for. And so I haven't shared this strategy with anybody else before here. All right. Now, earlier in the webinar today, I showed you guys how to look for potential opportunity in keywords. You remember that? And we were looking for a minimum number of top 10 search results who are making a certain amount of money. All right. Remember that? This way is different. This new method is doing the opposite of that. I'm looking for keywords that have a maximum number of sellers doing well. You might be like, what? Like you don't want to see a lot of people doing well? No, I want to see a maximum sellers doing well. Why? Well, the logic behind that is I'm looking for keywords where only a couple sellers are doing well, thus potentially leaving more opportunity for you. All right. For example, here is a search that I'm doing in Blackbox where I'm saying, hey, show me one where or a keyword that's searched for 2,000 times a month, but only 2 sellers or less are making more than $5,000. And at least 6 sellers, though, have less than 75 reviews. So does anything come up when I search for that? Let's take a look. Here's one thing that came up right here. Sloth planter. Again, another thing that I never would have even imagined is a thing. All right. But you can kind of see what that is down here. A planter that looks like a sloth, right? So it's searched for 2,000 times. But look at this. There's only right now 2 sellers who are making over $5,000 a month in those top 10. And there's a bunch, though, that have less than 75 reviews. All right. So that to me was a great opportunity because, hey, this allows me to get in there before it's like dominated by everybody who's doing well. There's only 2 major guys I have to compete with to be on the top of that page. And everybody else I can pretty much instantly beat as long as I have a good strategy. So there's a new method of being able to search for product opportunity for some of you advanced sellers that you probably have never thought about before. Those of you who use Helium 10, I found this sloth planter keyword in about 1 minute and 30 seconds using that method. So it's a great method to use. Now, let me just talk to you guys about those 7 things that I look for that get me excited about potential opportunity. Now, you guys will probably get the replay of here, but otherwise maybe take some of these things down in your notes. So here's Bradley's 7 signs of opportunity. The first 2 are no sponsored ad results and non-terms of service images. What does that mean? Let's take a look at this results here. This is another keyword that I found in my research called Talavera pottery. Talavera pottery, all right? What do you not notice here on the top? There are no sponsored ads. I love seeing that in potential opportunity where there's no sponsored results, all right? That means that either the sellers don't even know how to do PPC or everybody's budget runs out early. So that to me is a sign of potential opportunity. Also, this image right here, this image, this image, this image. These are all not Amazon terms of service compliant. Amazon could shut these listings down at any time because what does the main image of a listing need? It needs a white background, and these guys don't even have it. So these sellers are rookies. They don't even know what they're doing. That is another reason why I look at that as a potential sign of opportunity. Another one that I look for is foreign language keywords with search volume. Usually these keywords are not used by many sellers. So if I can find some foreign language keywords that have some good search volume, I love to see that. For example, here's one, jarritos de barro mexicanos. So these are, what is that? Clay? Or I forgot what barro means, but it's some kind of material, right? Of little jars. And look at that. There are 2,000 people a month who search for that keyword in Spanish. Here's another keyword here. This was actually from Helium 10. There are people, 2,000 people a month, who are searching in the Korean language on Amazon.com here in the USA. This means it's like a hoe, all right? Like a garden hoe is what this keyword means. I can't even pronounce it. I don't read Korean. I just watch Korean drama and listen to Korean music, but I can't read Korean, all right? So this product here is a potential opportunity. There's only, look at this, there's only 126 people who even have this Korean word somewhere in their listing. So instantly you're going to be ranked if you have that keyword in your listing. So there's a potential opportunity, right? What's another one? Number 4, irrelevant search results on page 1. I'm not going to show an example here, but what does that mean? That's like if I search for a keyword like egg holder or wooden egg holder, but I get a bunch of ceramic egg holders on there. I love to see that. Why? Because that shows that there's so few relevant products that Amazon even has that it can't even show you that many results that are relevant to your search. I love, 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 love seeing that. All right. What else do I like to see? Number 5. Number 5 is multiple listings with few images. If there's a whole bunch of listings on page 1 and they've only got 1 or 2 images, I love to see that, because that, I know as an experienced seller myself, I'm going to have 7 or 8 really good quality images. I'm instantly going to look better than the existing competition that probably doesn't have a good looking listings. All right. What else? I love to see multiple listings on page 1 that are fulfilled by merchant. What does that mean? That means that the seller themselves are shipping it out of their garage or something, right? It does not have Amazon Prime. So it takes like a week to get there. If people are buying those products when it doesn't even have Prime, what's going to happen if I can come in with a Prime product? I'm instantly going to be more attractive to buyers who would want to buy my product because they can get it in 1 or 2 days shipping time, as opposed to these other ones that are fulfilled by a merchant. Another thing I like looking at is almost nothing on Alibaba. All right. So like, let's say like right now, if you went to Alibaba and you searched coffin shelf, it's saturated with hundreds of factories, all who want to make you your coffin shelf. They all copied our product, right? But 1 year ago, when we first started that product and you typed in coffin shelf on Alibaba, not one result would came up because nobody was making coffin shelves on Alibaba. We had to find just a factory that was making wooden shelves, and we asked them, hey, can you make this shelf in coffin form? And they did, right? So that was a great sign of opportunity for us, because if no factories even got figured out that this is going to be a trending thing, that means we were ahead of the game. So I loved seeing that. So those are my 7 signs of opportunity. So guys, again, let me know, right? Let me know real quick who has taken advantage of this offer, who has signed up, helium10.com/PR50. Oh, by the way, Richard said barro is clay. See, I almost thought it was, I knew it was clay or something like that, right? Allison signed up, Murray signed up, Haleen did, Karma, Neha, Carrie, excellent. Mohammed did. All right, now we've come to the point of Q&A. All right, so I want to I want to hear all of your questions right now. Go ahead and start putting it in the chat. Let me try and get to these if I can figure out how to do this here. All right. There are so many questions coming through in the chat. It's actually freezing my screen. I hope this is going to work here. I'm going to leave this link up here on the screen here. All right, so here we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, I got to slow down the scrolling here. All right, hold on. I'm going to close this chat window and then open it up, because I am not able to even read the chat right here because it's going so fast. So let me close this screen here. Hold on, and let me look at it again. Oh, all right, Karen, I might need your help here. Karen, can you is it working for you, Karen? The questions, can you read them? Because it's freezing my computer. Yeah, go ahead, Karen.
Hi, Bradley. Yeah, it's amazing how many people are asking great questions. So yeah,
can you read some to me then? Because I can't even see it. It's going so fast I can't even see them.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so Natalie said this is flying.
It's doing the same thing to you, huh?
Yeah, it's like I'll start reading and then it's already going. Okay. let's see. So Barry said a product packed in different languages for different markets can be listed under a same ASIN.
Yes, that's a great question. Amazon has different marketplaces. So for most of you, you might want to start selling on the biggest marketplace first as Amazon USA. But if you're like, hey, I'm crushing it here in the USA, I want to sell the same exact product in Amazon Canada or Amazon Germany. Yes, you can use the same ASIN. And then when you do that, you actually get to use the same reviews. Like the reviews that you got in USA will also show up in Canada and the other places. Great question.
Absolutely. Okay, so obviously we're biased, but I know you have a great answer to this. So Maria asked, how does Helium 10 compare to Managed by Stats?
Helium 10, I personally don't compare us to any other tool because we're pretty unique. There are different tools out there that have tools, sub-tools that kind of compete with ours. Like, okay, there's another tool that has a Chrome extension. There's another tool that has a keyword lookup tool. But overall, nobody really competes with Helium 10 because we have the most out of anybody. There's like nobody in our category. So I never even compare ourselves to that. You can compare like little sub-tools to other sub-tools, but overall, we're kind of in a league of our own.
I agree. I 100% agree. And I found that definitely like the search volume estimations are the most accurate with Helium 10. And I've tried all the different tools, so I agree. Okay, so someone asked, can you compete in a competitive market if you have like a different premium bundle? Like you're not just selling, let's say, collagen peptides, but you also have a coffee mug or something else with it. What would you suggest?
It depends. It depends. Like that in particular probably wouldn't move the needle. You know, you've got to be sure that what you have chosen is in high demand. All right. So like, and then nobody else is just doing it. So you can't just throw two things together and say, oh yeah, I'm going to crush it, even though I have 0 reviews and everybody has 1,000, because everybody's going to want to buy this coffee mug with it. But if you have some kind of indication that, hey, people need this product 100% for sure, and they're definitely buying both of these products together and nobody else is offering it, yes, you have a chance. But those are a little bit more risky because it's harder to validate that people would buy it when nobody else has that. In the first place. So, but good question.
Well said. Okay, Arshad asked a good question. Would you recommend stock images or professional images?
All personally, 100%. I always recommend professional images if your budget can permit it. Because as a buyer, just always think, guys, as a buyer. Me, when I go to Amazon listings as a buyer and I see ones that are obviously photoshopped and are just stock images and like somebody's like holding something and then they just like put this random unrelated thing like in their hand and it's like not even the right size, like, oh, like that usually turns me off and I go to another listing. So you got to keep that in mind, that think like a buyer, like just like what you would like to see. That's what your buyers would like to see. And the more professional images you have, the better you're going to do. That being said, if you don't have the budget in the beginning to do it, do the best you can do. You could get, people from different websites out there that can do some photoshopping that doesn't look too bad. And it might only cost like $50 or so. But if you have the budget, I would set aside like $300, $400, $500 just for your product images, because they can really sometimes make or break your success.
Great answer. Okay, so Raphael said he already has a Helium 10 subscription. I'm guessing a platinum subscription for $97 a month. What would he do if he wanted to test the PPC feature using ads?
So if you would have to, the ads for platinum members, Raphael, is only the visual ones. Like you can only see your metrics. Like you can't actually create it in there. To create your campaigns in ads for PPC, you have to have the diamond plan, which is a step up. So what you would have to do, Raphael, is you would have to actually create those test listings, or those test PPC campaigns inside your Amazon Seller Central account. All right. It just takes a lot longer to do it that way, but you can still do it. Or like I said, you can upgrade to the diamond plan of Helium 10. You'll do it like within 5 minutes there in the inside the ads tool.
Awesome. Okay, Russell asked, in that Hatchimal example you gave, in order to win the buy box, did you have to keep lowering the price?
Yeah. So what I did was I just kept it at the same price as everybody else. And then basically that means we share the buy box. So if everybody was priced at $75, sometimes I would have the buy box, sometimes others would have the buy box. But when it's a product that is in such high demand, even if you don't have the buy box 100% of the time, you can still sell 14 units in one day, like we did, or 16 units, whatever it was.
Awesome. Okay, and then a lot of people asked, you've shown some good tools. Are they available for different markets besides Amazon.com, like
Good
Amazon
question.
Mexico?
Every single thing that I showed is available in Amazon USA, Canada, Mexico, Germany, Spain, France, Italy, UK, and Amazon India. Everything I showed. We have some tools that are available in Amazon Netherlands and Sweden coming soon. But yeah, everything I did, and for the same membership, it all comes with it. It's not like you have to get a separate membership for each different marketplaces. You have access, excuse me, to all of that.
Beautiful. Okay, Naomi asked a really important question. She said, how much keyword demand is too high and signifies too much competition?
To me, there's no keyword demand that's too high. I mean, you want infinity keyword demand, all right? I mean, you always want that. What happens is if the people are selling too much on there, then you know if there's too much competition. So me, it's not about the keyword demand, but it's about the what the products are doing on there. If the products have too many reviews or the products are selling way too much, like the top 10 products on there are all selling like, $50,000 a day, it would be almost impossible for you to compete as a new product with sellers of that caliber. So that's what I look for. But for me, either I don't think that there's too little demand or too much demand. Like if there's 500 searches for a product, what matters is what are the sales? What are the sales happening for that for those products that are ranking for that keyword? It goes both ways. Is it too low? That means there's not enough demand, or is it too high? That means it's probably a little bit too much competition.
Well said. Okay, so Diane and Neha said that they missed some of the webinar today, and it was excellent. Great job, Bradley. Is the recording going to be available for them to watch it again?
Yes, you'll get emailed or recording of this within a few days.
Perfect. And then Arshad asked, why don't you guys start a coaching program?
We do have a coaching. That's a great question, Arshad. We have a coaching program. You guys can find, for those who want a little bit more personal help, where you can hop on with our experts and ask whatever question you want on these coaching calls that are in small groups. I'm on there. Karen, who's doing these questions, is on there. We've got Kevin King, who runs the whole Freedom Ticket program. He's on there. We've got other Helium 10 experts on there. You guys can get more information on that coaching program at helium10.com/FTX, because it's called Freedom Ticket Extra with an X. So helium10.com/FTX, and you can get into our coaching program.
Awesome. And then Alicia asked, can I sell arbitrage and FBA at the same time?
Absolutely. That's exactly what I did. Those Hatchimals that I was selling, arbitrage, I did it on the same exact Amazon account that I do some of my private label test products or private label case study products on as well.
Awesome. And then Kritika asked, should you have brand registry to do Amazon sponsored ads?
You don't need brand registry in order to just do regular sponsored ads. What you need brand registry for is kind of like the advanced Amazon advertising, such as sponsored brand ads, sponsored video ads, sponsored display ads, where these show up in different places and are different kinds of sponsored ads. Like those are like those banner advertisements you see. So for those, you need brand registry. But for simple, just straightforward product placement ads, no, you don't need brand registry for that.
Great answer. Fatia said, do you have to get ungated to sell toys? And if so, how do you do that?
Some categories, yes. I'm not sure if the whole entire category of toys you need to be ungated, but definitely some certain subcategories you have to, and some whole categories such as health and household and beauty, you have to be ungated. And so basically what Amazon asks is they need like a legitimate invoice from a trusted supplier of the product to show that you're serious. And then they also sometimes ask you to send in your like business license information and things like that. And sometimes you have to pay a fee for that.
Okay, awesome. Steve asked, for arbitrage, when selling, do you use the correct brand? And if so, is there a copyright issue?
Yes, you're not creating the listing when you do the arbitrage. You're doing the existing listings already that are already out there that the brand or some other person like a distributor made, and you are just selling on those listings. So you're not having to create another listing. So there's no copyright issues because you're selling on their own listing.
Awesome. And then Helen asked, do you need to have an Amazon account in order to register for Helium 10?
No, you do not. So we have a lot of users who, before they're ready to start on Helium on Amazon, they got to go through kind of like what we talked about today, which is finding the product. So they're like, hey, I'm not ready to start the product. I'm not ready to start selling on Amazon yet. So I'm not going to pay the $30 a month or whatever it costs to sell on Amazon. I got to find my product first. You can just have Helium 10 and without Amazon, and you can do that. Perfect.
And then Sherilyn asks, is the Freedom Ticket Extra coaching free for new members, or?
No, it is not. That's the side program, and it costs $77 a month, which is most coaching programs cost $300-400 a month, but you get $77 a month, and you get the 2 calls a week, amongst other bonuses that you get with that program. But that's separate from your regular Helium 10 membership.
Awesome. Jennifer said that's a steal. I agree. It's super valuable. Okay, and I know someone asked earlier, in that example you shared with the zigzag wine rack, when you're doing a test listing, you obviously just buy some off of Etsy, right? And then you take your own pictures, correct?
Yes.
Test listing.
That one I showed looks like the person just they copied the picture from Etsy, but I wouldn't do that if that's not my image. I don't like using other people's images, but yeah, just snap a couple pictures yourself and throw it up there. That's what we did with the egg holder.
Awesome. Anthony said, thank you, Bradley. Everybody's really loved this. You're getting a lot of great feedback. So let's see. So
by the way, guys, while you're looking at the questions, Karen, if anybody wants to ask, we're going to shut this off in a little bit, but I can't get to all questions, but on my Instagram, a lot of people send DMs and stuff, and myself or my assistant, sometimes we can get to the questions. So you can follow me on Instagram at H10 Bradley, H10, like Helium 10, H10 Bradley. And sometimes if you comment on something there, I can like answer some of your questions, and I throw up some like funny posts and give you guys tips from little snippets from our podcast. Remember, sign up for the podcast, guys. It doesn't matter what level of seller you are, you're going to get some great information from the guest that I invite on the podcast. So Serious Sellers Podcast. We have a very special episode coming up in a couple of weeks, episode 200. That's actually why I went to the Maldives. I'm launching a new kind of launch strategy for Amazon, and it's going to be called the Maldives Honeymoon. So make sure to sign up for the Serious Sellers Podcast, and you'll get notified once that episode comes out. It'll be out in about 3 weeks. You got any more questions there, Karen?
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Jenho said, if the brand owner does not have the listing on Amazon yet and a third-party seller created the listing for that brand, would it be an IP issue if I add the item under that listing?
It depends. I mean, if you're just using stuff from their website and it's the actual, it's a legitimate product, not necessarily, but some manufacturers have special exclusive rights where they limit who can sell their products. And so Amazon doesn't always police that, but they could get mad at you off of Amazon, and they'll come after you sometimes and say, hey, why are you selling my product? So you could just use your own pictures in that case. But if you're afraid of using their pictures, but yeah, anybody can sell anything. Amazon is a marketplace. So if you're selling a legitimate product, Amazon usually is fine with that. But it's just certain manufacturers might have reasons that they don't want you selling some certain things. But with private label, you are the manufacturer technically, so you don't have to worry about any of that.
Awesome. And then Justina asked, what's the name of the podcast?
The podcast name is a Serious Sellers Podcast. And the best way to see it is on Spotify or on Apple Podcast, or you can find the different platforms by just going to helium10.com/podcast, and you can see all the older episodes there as well.
Awesome. And then Michaela asked, how do I do keyword research if I can't find my product on Amazon or anything similar?
Well, you definitely can use the strategy we went over today. There's hundreds of thousands of product opportunities on Amazon that you can use using Black Box. Now, what if you don't seem to find it necessarily the exact thing you thought it was on Amazon? Well, remember, that's when you go to Etsy and Pinterest to see if there's demand for it. Amazon is not a place to have a new invention. All right. It's not a Kickstarter. It's not an Indiegogo where you can just come up with something and nobody has ever heard of it in the history of mankind and there's no demand for it. So you can still put inventions on Amazon, but if you're doing that, you have to have a way to send traffic to Amazon, like maybe some big social media campaign or something like that, or a Google ads campaign or a Facebook campaign where you're letting people know that this product exists. Because on Amazon, the key is demand. People have got to be searching for something or else, they don't know it exists. Like, here's some just ridiculous glasses here. Now, these glasses could have laser pointers on there, right? This might be something cool that I would think a lot of people want. I have no idea, but nobody in the world is searching for crazy glasses with laser pointers. So is anybody going to find your product? No. So it's important that you have to have some indication that there is demand.
Awesome. And then Robbie asked, how often does the index tracker get refreshed?
Index checker is refreshed instantly. So whatever you see, if you run index checker on Helium 10, that is pretty much live. You're looking at live data.
Perfect. Sophia asked, for doing the test listing, how do you fulfill or ship that test listing product? Do you order and ship it yourself?
Great question. Great question. You can do it yourself. That's what I do sometimes, because I don't want to wait to send it to Amazon. But if you really want to get like apples to apples data, you would send it to FBA and fulfill it FBA.
Awesome.
Let's do 3 more questions. So pick the 3 last questions of the day.
Okay. Mohammed asked, for competitor review and competitor revenue in black box, what if he wants to turn that feature off?
Like, he doesn't want to. I would never want to turn it off, because I always want to. I think he's talking about the advanced filters. It's off by default. We're actually changing that. I know what you're talking about now. So it's off by default. All right. So unless you put a number in there, it's not going to turn on. I know exactly what you're talking about, Mohammed. Some people have gotten confused about that, but yeah, it's off by default. It's only on if you actually put a number in the min or max.
Perfect. That's really helpful. Jenna asked if, excuse me, if she wants to only do a couple months of the coaching through Helium 10, is that possible?
Absolutely. You can do 1 month. You can do 2 months. It's month to month. There's no contract or anything. You can cancel at any time.
Awesome. And then Isaac asked, if you do a test listing, will it reduce the honeymoon period?
Yes, it would. So the test listing only is used for the test listing. If you like what you see on the test listing and now you're going to order the product for reals, you start completely from scratch on a new listing. You don't use that same listing. So that test listing is a throwaway listing. After you're done, you delete it from your account and you're never going to use it again. Was that 3?
I think that was 3.
All right, cool. Thank you, Karen, for joining. By the way, guys, Karen helped on another webinar that we did. If you guys want to see how to do listing optimization, we got 2 other workshops that we've done recently. One of them is keyword research. You guys can find the 2-hour replay for that at, oh shoot, what is the link to that one? H10, I think it's h10keywords.com, h10keywords.com. And then the listing optimization that Karen and I did, it's another workshop just like this one. You can find at h10listings.com, h10listings.com. So those are a couple free resources for you guys there. Again, guys, make sure to sign up for this deal, helium10.com/PR50. If you have any trouble getting that 50% discount, just send an email to support@helium10.com and they will help you out there. So I welcome to, I'm going to look forward to see you guys in that private Facebook group. As soon as you guys sign up, please ask how to get signed up to that Facebook group. And then if you have other questions, you can tag myself or Karen, just tag Karen Thomas in there. She answers a lot of questions in that Facebook group as well. Again, you can also ask questions at my Instagram, H10Bradley, but 24/7, you can get any support you need about Helium 10 specifically at support@helium10.com or within the chat. I hope you guys learned something today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was informative. What I don't want to happen is you just go away from this thinking, okay, well, Bradley sure knows how to talk and he's kind of a lively person. That's wonderful. He's kind of crazy, but that's okay. That does nobody any good. What I want you guys to do is to take what you learned today and to actually do it. Take one of these strategies, guys. Go out there and find a product to sell on Amazon. Validate it, make sure it's a good fit for you. And if you've got the means to do it, invest in it and let's get you selling on Amazon, because I want to see as many successful Amazon sellers out there as possible. And like I said, I run that podcast. I love inviting real life people onto the podcast who have great stories about how they just learned about Amazon from one of these webinars or something. And now they're selling $100,000. Now they're selling $500,000. Now they're selling $1 million. I want you guys to be the next success story on Amazon. So it starts by getting this Helium 10 software to help you on your journey to find your first product. So do that right now, guys. Helium10.com/PR50. I'll see you guys in the